Venmo Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that. I got shot also. See that right there?
Oh my God.
Yeah, brother. I got shot 3 times.
But what I'm trying to say is that I knew that my life could have ended any given day, any given night, but it didn't happen.
Professor was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If he hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
Your show, people are interested in your show. They look at you regardless. Remember I always said who was going to make it? You and him. You prospered exactly what I knew you were going to do.
Then I also think there was part of it where like that feeling that you had after watching that show, like the second it ended and it went to black, and that panic was like, that's what Tony had to deal with every single day.
In the Soprano family, we welcomed everyone, no matter what you did, even if you had one line or one word.
You know, and look, Lucky Luciano's buried like behind my house in the cemetery.
Nah, bro, you already successful because you overcame a lot of obstacles in life, my brother. Because me and you, we could have easily been back into the streets. You know what I'm saying? When times got hard, fuck no. Because guess what? Upstate, they leave them lights on for you. You feel me?
Streets, that's how I know him. The llamas or the llamas or the llamas green. I still ain't seen no green. The color of his color green. You know what I'm saying? This is my dude, FBS, all day. Don't get it fucked up, twisted. Nothing fake about it.
You're the king of Mob 2, so let them keep on coming at you. The more they hate you, the more successful you're gonna be.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
Gizzo, what's going on, everybody? Here we are. It took a while, but we're here. I was scheduled for 11:45, and I was ready to go. But SoFlo was having a very good show, and Casey Robinson jumped on. They were talking about the military and stuff, so I wasn't gonna jump on and take away from that. So I decided to delay it. So thank you, everybody, for your patience, even though we only have 31 people right now. We'll see if that changes over time. Guys, I'm so out of the loop. I got text messages this morning, and I don't know what the fuck they mean. Like, people hit me up and tell me like a little something, you know, without like the full context. And then when I try to call them back, they're not available. So it's like, I have no fucking idea what really happened. But I will address, you know, what I was texted about this morning. Because it's goofy as usual. I mean, fucking MobTube goofy, you know. So we'll get to that in a second. Let me do some shout outs while there's nobody here. Sally, Steve Blair, South Philly Tony, Frank Gerard Fratello Productions, War, Dexter Morgan, FBI, and that's it. I saw that Alan Fortino scumbag tried to creep up into here, but Sally had her finger on the trigger and was ready to take him out. So, nice try, Alan, dipshit. Come up with a new fucking sock account, jerk off. Michael A. Good afternoon. Michael A. How long until you call me a crackhead or tell me to go fuck myself or say some rude shit that'll piss me off and make somebody in this chat block you? Let's see. I just expect it from people now. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Let me see. Do this real quick. Put that time limit up. There we go. All right. Oh, okay, Michael A. Good. I hope not. We'll see. But have you been here before? I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's give it time. 51 people. All right, we're getting up there a little bit. A little bit. I let me just get into it, okay? Because I don't like waiting around and making everybody bored. Beverly the Nice One Martin. I want to shout out yesterday. Oh, Michael A., you're in recovery? All right. That's good to hear. Congratulations. Let me see something. Beverly the Nice One Martin. I forgot last night, but yesterday I canceled that show because I was sick. And before I canceled it, she left a super chat. So I want to read that. Let me get to... Okay, super chat was for $10. She said, I always enjoy your shows, so this is to say thank you. Thank you, Beverly. I'm sorry I didn't get to it yesterday, so I wanted to make sure I shouted it out today. Chris Parks, what's up, bro? All right, so I get these texts this morning. Well, maybe it was just one. Let me see. This is what I get. Joe DeVito is in Pizza's chat saying your landscaper's name is Andrew. Again, this is very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. What you worried about my fucking landscaper? Okay. I'm going to read it again because, I want to read the full sentence at least. Joe DeVito is in Pizza's chat saying your landscaper's name is Andrew and you called his cousin 10 times. Primo said, call the police and report it as a nuisance. Primo, are you still starting trouble, motherfucker? Are you really, Primo? Holy shit. Yesterday, what did I say, Primo? I said, just make a statement that I never had anything to do with it, and I'll leave you alone. You realize I didn't get started on you yet, right, Primo? Like, I didn't even get started. I got a lot. So, I don't know why you're still talking shit, because I would think that you would want a way out of what's coming your way. I mean, I didn't get to hear all the SoFlo show today, but apparently a lot of it was about you. So you're probably already taking an ass kicking all over the fucking place. I would think you would try to, limit the abuse, but maybe not. So you're still talking shit. You're telling people to call the police on me. Am I correct? Okay. You know what? I should go through my block list. I got to find this motherfucker Primo and unblock him. Somebody sent me his link yesterday. Somebody send me his link and I'm going to unblock Primo. Can somebody do that for me? I'd appreciate it. But let's get back to the beginning of this. Joe DeVito, this pizza fucking scumbag supporter, says my landscaper's name is Andrew. No, it's not. His name is John. I swear to God, his name is John. Okay. As a matter of fact, he's new. We go through them, regularly. I wasn't even sure of his first name until I saw this message, and then I had to ask Shanna, and she told me, because this guy is a friend of hers. That's how we got this guy. We had somebody, he did okay. This guy wanted to, I guess show us his work. In order to get the gig, so to speak. And he did a fucking fantastic, phenomenal job. Best job anybody's done yet. So we hired him instead and got rid of the old guy. So his name is John, stupid. Okay. And the last guy was Mexican. His name wasn't Andrew. And the guy before him was Mexican. And the guy before him was Mexican. Okay. And the guy before him was Mexican. And probably the guy before him. And I only say that because up to this point, all my landscapers have been Mexican. It's not like a stereotype thing. It's just that's the situation, So no Andrew, stupid ass. Let me see. Wait a minute. Fuck him, Joe. I'm sure you have nothing to hide. Joe DeVito, I'm going to tell my cousin to do that. He lives an hour away from Piggy. See, Joe DeVito, you're a dumb motherfucker, man. See that? See, now I got to I got to dig in and see who you are. You're threatening to have somebody come to my house. You're doing that shit now? That's smart. That always works out well when people do that. Nobody's calling your cousin, you fucking retard. I don't know who you are yet. I looked up Joe DeVito. There's 9 million of you. Now, when I put my mind to it, I'll narrow it down because I guarantee you're probably from New York and certain other things, and I could guess, around about age, something. I'll figure out who you are. But how the fuck would I call your cousin, you dumb motherfucker? You are so fucking stupid, you people. You fuck with people all day, every day. And then when somebody in your family gets fucked with and you ask, who do you think it is, to your fucking idiot scumbag troll friends, they say FBS and you just believe them. Joe DeVito, I'm not you, dickhead. FBS has a life. I don't prank call any fucking buddy ever. People prank call me. Calling his cousin. How the fuck if I don't know who you are, how would I know who your fucking cousin is? If I knew who you were, dickhead, I would say it right now. I would fucking blast the shit out of you. And I would say who your cousin is too. I don't even know who the fuck your cousin is. But go ahead. Tell your idiot fucking cousin to come my way. See how well it works out for him. Steve Blair, $25 for my Cash App is back. How's mom? Thank you, bro. She's not great. We got to go to the hospital tomorrow. But I'll fill you guys in maybe later tomorrow or something. We'll see. I might not. I don't know. But thank you very much, Steve Blair. Thank you. Let's see what he says. I'm looking at the chat. Somebody sent it to me. I guess he's responding to Primo when he said, I'm sure you have nothing to hide, Joe DeVito. No, I don't care, but they're calling my cousin and his son. My God. My God. You are so Thank you, D. Gainey. You guys are so fucking stupid. Oh my God, you're so fucking stupid. You listen to people like Tony Pizza. First of all, his cousin probably isn't even getting phone calls, but let's just say he is. There's a whole world out there. There's a whole world out there. Joe DeVito, let me ask you something. I know you're stupid because you follow Tony Pizza and you give him money, I'm sure. You're a dumb motherfucker, right? But if I found out who you were, why wouldn't I call you instead of your cousin, jackass? Why would I, what interest would I have in calling somebody I don't know who's never done anything to me and his son? Why wouldn't I call and terrorize you? Just out of curiosity, which, by the way, to this day, I've never done to anybody. Never, ever have I prank called anybody or called anybody's family or anything. Well, Pizza's mom, we know about that. That's it. And that was a pleasant conversation. It wasn't a prank fucking call. Okay? So, what are you talking about? Do you use the laws of probability at all? Do you ask yourself, okay, do you think with any logic and say to yourself, if FBS found out who I was, wouldn't he call me first? I mean, it would make more sense for FBS to call me than my cousin. And by the way, stupid ass, how would I even know it's your cousin? Like, I don't know if you know how this research works, but it generally doesn't pop up so-and-so nephew, so-and-so cousin, so-and-so mother, so-and-so aunt. It's not really how it works. And I get, better information than most because I'm good at research. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for 20 fucking years. Okay. So, what asshole fed this to you, Joe? And actually told you this. You know what they're probably doing, stupid ass? They're probably doing it. If it's even happening, they're probably doing it so they could blame me. Or maybe, get ready for this, Joe, maybe for some odd reason, your cousin is just getting prank calls, and because you're a paranoid jerk-off who knows you support a scumbag and people hate you for it, you just automatically assume it must be FBS. Because FBS is the boogeyman. FBS is the fucking boogeyman. He's responsible for everything. How about this, Joe, you lying cocksucker? I'll tell you what, this is what you do. If you're telling the truth that your cousin's getting pranked and apparently by me, according to you, he's being pranked by me, all you got to do is have him send you the call log. Call the number that's pranking him and see if it's me or in any way, shape, or form connected to me. How about that? How about that, Joe? See, this is why people are fucking liars. Chances are Joe is making this up. Then again, I don't know why he'd say his cousin. So his cousin probably is getting pranked. Well, Joe, why haven't you called me? I don't have your number blocked. We've never spoken. Why haven't you said, okay, cousin, give me FBS's number. I'm going to call him right now and find out what this is all about. Why not? How come you haven't given Tony Pizza a screenshot of the call logs of my number in your cousin's phone? Because you're one of two things. You're either so fucking stupid, okay, that you believe these jerk-offs when they tell you it's probably FBS, or you're lying through your fucking teeth, and you're looking for something to say so you too can play victim like all the rest of your scumbag fucking friends. You know what I mean? You too can play victim. And great job, dickhead Joe DeVito, because guess what? Now that Tony Pizza called a detective on me, the fucking police are watching every show I do. So now they know that you said you're going to send your cousin. He's an hour away. Dumb motherfucker. Can you believe Steve Blair, can you believe this? Like, what do I have to do to convince these fucking people that I am not like anyone else on MobTube, especially not like any of you or anybody who would sit there and prank call people? If I decide, if you piss me off so bad that I decide I'm going to research the fuck out of you, I'm going to do everything right here on YouTube. I'm not a behind the scenes guy. I don't call people. I don't do all that horse shit. Never. Okay, so and one of the main reasons is I'm not fucking stupid. You catch charges behind that shit. I don't break the law. I don't bother any fucking one. I do what I have to do here on YouTube. I'm always justified in doing what I do. It's always a response to some attack on me. Okay. And I have freedom of fucking speech. And I know what's legal and what isn't. Simple as that. Joe, dummy. You believe this fucking guy? His cousin's getting prank called. It's FBS. Yeah, when am I doing that exactly? When am I doing that? Am I doing that between taking my mother to doctor's appointments? Am I doing that, but while I'm taking care of my stepson and doing things I need to do for him, like last night buying him Jordans because I'm awesome? Do I do it when I'm doing shit around the house or out and about doing shit for the house and my family? Or am I doing it while I'm on here making a living? Or am I doing it while I'm sleeping? Or what am I doing it exactly? You guys are all basement dwelling jerk offs who really have nothing going on and you got nothing but time on your fucking hands. All you do is sit around all day and dream up shit to do to people. So you think everybody's like you. Joe DeVito, if I find out who you are, I'm going to do, like I said, it'll be on YouTube. I'll just expose you, bro. That's it. It'll be legal. I know what I'm doing. Okay. There ain't going to be any calling anybody's fucking family. Not to mention, scumbag, I'm not like these other fucking assholes. See, people like you and your piece of shit friend fucking Tony Pizza, when they get pissed off at me or anybody else, you guys call our families. That's what you do. Tony Pizza's done it live on his show many fucking times. You call our family members. I don't do that. I don't do that. If I'm going to call anybody, it'll be you, and I'm not calling you. I have no desire to speak to you. None whatsoever. You're a fucking piece of shit. I would never even fucking lower myself to the point of actually having to have a conversation with someone like you. You're an animal. You support an animal. You support a guy who talks about 9/11 victims and school children who get killed in school shootings and fucking everything else. You're a horrible, horrible, disgusting individual, Joe DeVito. You are. And the whole world would be better off without you. Okay, honestly. And anybody like you, the shit you fucking support, the stuff this guy said about our military and everything else. And let me guess, you're a patriotic Trump supporter, right? Yeah. While your fucking leader is bashing people who died in 9/11 and their families because they actually got some money as compensation because they lost a loved one. Or any of the other horrible fucking shit he said he would send our military to die and everything else. You're one of his supporters. You guys are the type of animals that call people's fucking family members. I called your cousin. You're a dumb motherfucker. Tell your cousin to check the fucking call log. How? Joe DeVito, where did you get that it was me? Where did you get that from? Just out of curiosity. Where'd you get that from? I want to know your reasoning behind this. Go ahead and say it in Pizza's chat later. Somebody will screenshot it and send it to me. Where'd you get this information? What led you to believe it was me? I want to know. I want to know. What led you to believe it was me? Nothing, right? Your cousin might just be getting prank called, and it could be absolutely nothing more than a fucking coincidence, or at least in your mind, because I guess you're paranoid now because you know you've pissed me off and you're assuming that I'm already looking into your shit. So you think that anything that happens must be, of my doing. Okay, bro. Yeah. Okay. I haven't even bro, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't. I know you like to think you're way more important than you are. You're not. You're just another scumbag pizza supporter. You're one of many. There's been probably hundreds over the years. Oh, this is good news. I think Shanna's finally getting paid. All right, so anyway, did his caller ID say fat, bald Sicilian? Yeah. No, I'll tell you exactly what happens. People get paranoid. People get paranoid, okay, because they know that they're fucking with me, okay, and they know that I'm good at research. So they assume, like I just said, that they've done something so bad to piss me off that I decided to really go balls deep into finding out who they are. And because they're already expecting that, if anything happens, somebody gets a knock on the door in the middle of the night, somebody gets a prank phone call, if they trip and stub their toe on the way to the fucking homeless shelter or wherever the fuck, the soup kitchen, wherever they're going, it's FBS's fault. You know what I mean? You're fucking nuts. You people are nuts. You're all a bunch of paranoid fucking schizophrenics. All of you. All of you. I'll give you an example. My family gets paranoid sometimes. You know what I mean? And one time a family member was getting prank calls. And I said, bro, you have no reason to believe that this is anybody from YouTube yet. And sure enough, it turned out not to be. Okay, people get paranoid. That's it. That's it. And not just that, but these are all conspiracy theorists. These are all psychopaths. You got to understand that. The type of people that fuck with Tony Pizza are the same type of people you see trying to put conspiracies together. The same type of people who are saying now that there was a second shooter in Butler. The same type of people who put out COVID conspiracy theories. The same type of people who are still trying to figure out what happened to Building 7. The same type of people who think that Sandy Hook was nothing but crisis actors. These are sick fucking people. Everything is a conspiracy. Nobody could just get a prank phone call. This dickhead's cousin calls him and says, hey, somebody's pranking me. And Joe DeVito is like, it's fucking FBS. Meanwhile, do you have my number, Joe DeVito? Do you have anything? Do you have anything? Do you think if Joe DeVito had my number, do you not think it would have been all over Tony Pizza's chat today? Because let me tell you something. Anytime somebody prank calls me, you've seen it. What's the first thing I do? I come on YouTube and I tell you their number in full. Area code and all. The whole fucking number. I do that on purpose. That's what you get for fucking pranking me. Okay? So if Joe had my fucking number and had proof this was me, my number would be everywhere. My phone would be ringing off the fucking hook right now. He's full of shit. Hey, FBS called. It showed up on caller ID. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck, man? My God, you're so fucking stupid. So go ahead. Send your cousin to get arrested or killed, you stupid ass. Dumb motherfucker. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? Joe, have your cousin report the call as a nuisance. They will stop. Yes. Primo is a dumbass, but yeah, he's right now. That's what you do. Joe, call the cops and tell them that I did it, okay? And then prove it to them. Call the cops. Tell them it's me doing it. You have my full name. And then see if see what they find. I'm asking you to. I want your cousin to call the police and say that my idiot fucking cousin Joe thinks that this guy from YouTube who doesn't know him from a can of paint says it's him. Or wait a minute. Let me say that again. My cousin Joe thinks that this guy from YouTube who doesn't know him from a can of paint is the one doing it. You know what I mean? Do that. That's what I want you to do. Why not? Why haven't you done it yet? Call the police. I mean, Jesus Christ, don't even act like you're above that, because your fucking leader, Tony Pizza, calls the police every other business day. Okay? So do it. Why haven't you done it yet, bro? Your cousin. No, you send your cousin here. Yeah, that's real fucking bright. What do you think will happen then? After the the first times people came here, you think I'm not prepared for something like that in a much different way? You think that at the very least they're not going to get arrested? Call the police. Call them. Call them. Say that I believe a guy named Chris Lodrago in Pennsylvania, who I don't know and doesn't even know my name, where I live or anything else, and couldn't possibly know my cousin, is prank calling my cousin. And see what they say to you. You're going to be in a straitjacket by the time the call is over. Okay, they're going to put you in a fucking funny farm, jerk off. I want you to do it. I want you to call the police. Seriously. Maybe you'll get arrested just for calling them with frivolous nonsense bullshit. Just like your friend Tony Pizza is eventually going to get arrested for doing stuff like that. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Call the police. Stupid ass. Unreal. These fucking guys, man. I'll tell you what. These Tony Pizza supporters are, it never ceases to amaze me. They will believe anything. Now, again, Joe might have just came up with this out of paranoia because he knows that he fucked with the wrong fucking person. Okay. Somebody who's very good at finding information. Okay. He might have, he might just be paranoid. Or the other option is he's getting prank calls. He goes in the chat or he talks to Tony Pizza and says, or his cousin, my cousin is getting prank calls. And they say, oh, it's FBS. And he says, oh, I knew it. You know what, guys? Hold on. I got a phone call. Hold on. My ringer's off. That's why you couldn't hear it. Hello? Oh, really? Is that right? Joe, huh? Okay. I'm going to talk about this on live right now. All right, bye. That's my dead grandmother. Apparently, Joe DeVito has been pranking her. I mean, I have no proof it's Joe DeVito. She just said she's getting prank calls. I fucked up because I said Joe on the phone. Yeah, the guy pranking her said it's Joe. It's equally as ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like if something happens today, if a package gets stolen off my porch, it's Joe DeVito. Why? Because I said so. Do I have any proof of it? No. Do I even know who Joe is, where he lives, his proximity to my house? No. I just said so because I'm paranoid now. I think Joe DeVito wants to do things to me. Oh, no. It's Joe's cousin. Joe's cousin lives an hour away. He stole the package. I'm going to call the police with no proof or evidence at all and tell them that a guy I've never heard of, never seen, and don't know from a can of paint stole a package from my fucking porch. They're going to fucking, they'll be laughing so fucking hard. They'll just hang up the fucking phone. Okay. And they'll write a memo to the next two shifts, just to give them a laugh. You're not going to believe this douchebag that called in today and what he said. Unbelievable. 5150 time. Yeah, no shit. No shit. You guys are fucking maniacs, man. Oh my God. I can't stress it enough, guys. I swear to fucking God. I barely have time to do my 2 shows a day. Do you realize that? There's a lot of reasons for that. Shanna's back to work. Okay? Shanna works. So I do everything. Do I have to? No. But for the most part, I do. Now, when Shanna's off, she cleans and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's a whole household to run here. I cook for everybody every fucking night. When Shanna's here, I cook for her, my stepson, my mom, everybody. Every night, I do all that shit. I do all the fucking dishes. I do everything. You understand? I'm like a fucking housewife who makes a fortune on YouTube. Okay? That's me. I'm busy all the fucking time. There's never a minute in the day where I could say, I'm just going to sit on the couch for 2 fucking hours or some shit. Or I'm going to pick up the phone and prank call strangers. I got shit to do. I'm not Tony fucking Pizza. I don't bounce around from hotel to hotel and sit around fucking with nothing but time on my fucking hands and go live 10 times a fucking day. I can't even do super long fucking shows. I don't have the time for it. You don't understand. There's always something that needs to be done. It's a family. Holy fuck. Tomorrow, I can't even do a show in the daytime. You know why? My mom got some bad news today about some blood work, and I got to take her to the hospital tomorrow by 1 o'clock. You understand? So I can't do an afternoon show or a morning show if I unless I'm able to go on real early somehow, and that probably ain't gonna happen. We'll see. You'll see what I schedule tonight. I don't know. It depends on what time I go to fucking sleep. Okay, but I don't even have time to do my own shit usually. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Most of the time, as you guys can see, I'm rushing to get to my show on time. Why do you think that is? Because I just sat around too long? No, it's because I'm always out doing something, or I'm doing something around the house, or I'm on an important phone call or something. And I just can't, I can't make it. I'm terrible with scheduling. Okay? Fucking assholes. They all think everybody's like MRE. That's what they think, Like I'm a lifelong troll. I came on here to talk about the mob and addiction and recovery and my own life stories. I didn't even want to do all this fighting bullshit, but that's what it turned into. Not long after it started, and it's been that way for years. So my plan was never even to fight with people, not less or no less get to a fucking point where I'm pranking people all fucking day. That's how I'm spending my time. I could be doing anything. I could be fucking shopping. I could be out having fun. I could be with my family somewhere. I could be doing something with my stepson. I could be doing something with my daughter. I could be doing something with my mom, Shanna, whatever. But no. I choose to instead sit on here and call people I have I have no idea about even who they are, their identities. Somehow I'm able to do that. I can figure out your cousin's phone number without even knowing who you are. That's how amazing I am. You realize, again, dummy, and let me make this clear. I know the name Joe DeVito, which is probably not even your real name, but there is a million of them. Okay, it's gotta be probably one of the most common Italian names in the entire universe. It would probably take me 3 days to narrow it down to the right guy. I don't have that type of time. If you do the wrong thing, I'll find the time. But so far, you're nothing but a pain in the ass fucking scumbag pizza supporter. So if I were to find Joe DeVito again, why would I just bypass you and say, forget Joe DeVito, even though he's the one doing it? I'm going to look for a distant relative of his, and I'm going to prank them. What? I'm going to prank them, and I'm going to do it so obviously that they know it's me. No, bro, there is no proof whatsoever that I ever called your cousin, because I never called your cousin. The proof would be everywhere. Tony Pizza would have it all over his fucking screen. He'd use it to raise money. They're harassing my supporters. You guys just guess things. I love when people do this. It happens all the time. It's FBS. FBS did it. FBS is a hustling motherfucker. Let me make that clear. That's who FBS is. Okay? I'm a guy who is all about money all the time. Do you understand? Because that's how you raise a family. That's how you support a family. That's how you fucking pay bills. That's how you have fun in life. And you can't do shit without money. Okay? You can't do shit. Freedom, health, and family. The only thing that comes before money. And I include friends and family. Okay? That's it. So I come on here to make money. Once that money is made, I'm done. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'll get donations today. I don't know. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Okay? Whatever money I make, that's what I made. I end my show. I'll wait a few hours. I'll do shit I have to do throughout the day. And then I'll come back on and do a second show to make more money. And when that show is over, I am done. I can't fucking say this enough times to get it through your dumb fucking heads. I'm done. That's it. The most that might happen after that, Mob 2 related, is I get some phone calls. That's it. That's it. It is out of my mind. Unless you're like, say, Mr. Batters, who went so fucking far over such a long period of time that I said, okay, by morning, I'm going to know who you are. And by morning, I knew who I knew who it was. I knew who he was. And that's rare. That's fucking rare. I do that, probably not even a fraction as much as I used to. Okay, back in the day, it was things were much more serious. I had to constantly research people because everybody was hidden. Everybody was anonymous. We didn't know who everybody was yet. That's it. I mean, I can't say it enough fucking times. It's over. I turn the computer off. I leave this room and I do not even enter this room again until it's time for the next show. I don't use this computer for anything but streaming. Nothing. Never have I ever even gone to a website on this fucking computer or done anything. I have no pictures on it. I have no videos on it. I have nothing on it. I have 2 other laptops. The only time I'll come in this room after a show is if I left the window open after the show and I got to come back in and close it. I don't. And then I go about my life, about my business. That's it. Because I actually have a life. You know what I mean? I actually have a life. This is a business to me. This is not my hobby. For some people, it's their hobby. They like to do it. They don't get much out of it, if anything at all. They just like it. They like the fighting. They like whatever. I don't know. People like you, Joe, who you serve no purpose on YouTube other than to support the most evil motherfucker ever to disgrace the streets of MobTube. And you start trouble and you talk shit about people while you're hidden behind probably a fake name, or at least you're hiding your fucking face. Nobody really knows who you are. Okay. And this is fun for you. This is a way to kill time. I don't have time to kill. And trust me, when I do have time, look at what I'm doing. I'm always out somewhere. I'm with my family. I'm out doing something. You know what I mean? I'm out living my life. Whether it's a state fair or a fucking amusement park or a trip to Florida or Ocean City or Wildwood, New Jersey or Belmar Beach or whatever it may be. That's what we do. We're out. We got plans for this summer, some day trips, stuff like that. When we have free time, that's what we'll be doing, jackass. I'm not going to sit in the fucking in my room while it's fucking 90 degrees out and beautiful, okay, and fuck around and try to find out who Joe DeVito's cousin is. Christ almighty. This is what happens. I told you, everything, guys, is projection. Everything is projection. Everything. Okay? Whatever people do with their lives, whatever people are used to, their routine, whatever it may be, they just assume everybody lives like them. Okay? That's just the way, I guess it's human nature in a way. I'm not like that. I know goddamn well my lifestyle is different than most people's, but some people don't realize that. They're in a bubble. You know, maybe they grew up in a family and around a group of friends that always had the same type of schedule and the same routine and, whatever. Or maybe if you're a troll, you know nothing but trolls, so everybody's a troll to you. Whatever it is. But I am not like you, Joe DeVito, and I'm certainly not like your fucking leader, Tony. Certainly not. Do you know what I've built with the money I've made on here? Do you understand? Tony Pizza, even if he's got $50,000 stashed, at the end of the day, he'll have nothing to show for it, and it'll be all gone. You know the kind of things I've done for myself and my family with the money I make on here? Because I don't squander it. I bought myself a new car, all types of new stuff. We've done improvements to the house. I renovated this room. I bought new equipment. I'm constantly buying new equipment to try to make the fucking show better. Everybody knows I love to spend money on clothes and sneakers, jewelry. I buy things, I shop, I have fun. I built my credit like a motherfucker. My credit is damn near perfect at this point. I like to take vacations. We've taken many, many vacations. It cost a fortune. That's why I do this. Okay? To build up my life and my family's lives. That's why I do this. I don't do this to get some sick satisfaction out of torturing people, especially innocent people. And I don't know your cousin. He might be an animal like you. Who knows? Maybe it's in the blood. But he never did anything to me. And his son, I'm assuming his son is a kid. Again, never in the history of MobTube or in my life have I ever fucked with anybody's kid. You know, even when people have done disgusting, horrible shit to me, one person's kid I talked about, and that kid was in her 30s. And she was calling me out every fucking day, calling me a junkie and everything else. And her mom was trashing me and my whole family. Okay, who else's kid have I fucked with? Dickhead. God almighty. That's why you guys will never understand. No offense to anybody, but none of you, nobody on YouTube will ever understand what it's like to be me on here. You just won't. You just won't. You could be any of you guys. Any of you guys, friend or foe. You don't know what it's like to constantly be the lightning rod. You know what I mean? First of all, I got to take the hits for everything. Okay, now, even if my friends do something wrong, I pay for it. Okay, it's always me. They don't give a fuck. If one of my friends, if Chicago or SoFlo does something heinous today for whatever reason, I don't see why they would, but let's just say they did. Chances are I'll still get the blame for it. It's just the way it is. I don't know why. I don't know why. People just bypass other people and come to me. And if anything happens, like somebody's family member starts getting prank calls, it's my fault. It couldn't be, I don't know, the fucking hundreds of other people who are disgusted by your support for Tony Pizza, or maybe even thousands. It couldn't be that. No, it couldn't be one of those. Or it couldn't be that maybe, for whatever reason, your cousin is just getting prank calls. And it has nothing to do with MobTube whatsoever. Could that be possible? I want to know the fucking logic behind somebody from MobTube calling the family member of the person who did something wrong rather than the person that did something wrong. What is the logic behind that? Chicago, if say Primo got you to the point where you decide you're gonna make a prank fucking phone call. Is it gonna be to Primo, or are you gonna look somewhere down his family tree and just pick a guy and call him? It doesn't make any sense. I swear to God. I sit here. For all you people that say I'm a scumbag, I live the most noble, honorable life a person can fucking live. I fucking do nothing but provide for my family and make sure they are taken care of at all times, that they literally have everything they want. That's my job in life for my family. That's what I do. I'm not out in the streets. I'm not committing crimes. I'm not starting trouble. I'm not breaking the law in any way, shape, or form. That's why when I got jumped that night, those cops had no fucking idea who I was. They didn't even believe I lived here because they never saw me before. And I told the cop, that's because I don't want to be seen. I don't even hang out around here. I get in the car and I go to York City. That's where I go. You know what I mean? I do all my business there. And when I say business, I mean everything from picking up prescriptions to grocery shopping to fucking clothes shopping, everything. I don't bother anybody. I don't bother anybody. My whole job in life right now for the last 5 years is to do the right thing so that I'm never in handcuffs again, so that my family never has to visit me in jail again. So I never have to be on probation or parole and spend the next however many years without a license and paying all fucking fines, restitution, court costs. My whole life now is about being the opposite of who I was. Except for I was always a good family man, always, my whole life. But the other shit I was involved in, I don't do it no more. Any of it. Any of it. There's not a minute in the day where I'm starting fucking trouble. And you guys still, to this day, you can't even tell me one person I've started with on here. One person. I'll wait. Name somebody who didn't bother me, and for whatever reason, I just decided to attack them viciously. Name somebody. You can't. Because it never happened. I don't do it. I don't make threats. People threaten me. People like Joe here threaten me. My cousin lives an hour away. Yeah, well, give me his address. Because that works the other way. I live an hour from him. I mean, what the fuck? He's my cousin. I swear to Christ. People like you need a fucking lobotomy. You need mental fucking help, psychiatric fucking help. You need medication. All you twisted individuals. You guys support an animal who does those things. So in your opinion, everybody's like him. Tony does that shit. Tony. Pizza. He does it. I don't do it. SoFlo isn't around pranking people's family members. Chicago Muscle isn't around pranking people's family members. It's just not how we roll. You have a totally different way of doing things. Okay, but I know one thing for sure. I ain't around pranking nobody's family members. My head is the only one I can get inside of. Let me read some comments. If anybody would like to donate, please do. I'd appreciate it very much. Although, if you can't today, I understand. I understand. I made $695 yesterday. $695. And this morning, Frank Gerard Fratello, my man, sent me $100. $795 and I don't know, 22 hours or some shit like that. Probably even less. So it's no big deal if you guys can't donate today. So you'll hear that from me. You won't hear that from other people. I'll still come on here and entertain the shit out of you guys today. All right, let me see something. I think it's because you are looked at more like the leader. Yeah, you're probably right. Somebody told me that a long time too. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not. Listen, guys. I have a couple of friends on here who are content creators. You know what I mean? That's it. Maybe I don't know. 3, 4 tops. I mean, I watch SoFlo, I watch Chicago Muscle, I'm friends with them, and Jesse Roth, I'm friends with her. If there's anybody I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. You know, Jeff Canarsie, I watch him sometimes. I'm friends with him. Jeff Nadeau, you know, so maybe 4 or 5, whatever. But that's it. That's it. But I'm not their leader in any way, shape, or form. You think I could tell any of those people what to fucking do? Think they're gonna listen to me? But everything's my fault. And this goes back, guys. I'm talking about I've had to end friendships just because people were doing shit that were getting me in trouble. The people that they were offending were completely bypassing them, skipping over them, ignoring them, and coming straight to me with it, with the attacks. It's like, just because somebody I know does something wrong doesn't mean I'm behind it. I know that's hard for people to believe, but I don't pull anybody's strings. I tell everybody, do whatever you want. And that's if they even ask me. Frank and me talked this morning. He asked me about he asked me for some advice on what he's going to do with his channel. He said, I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt you. I said, Frank, do whatever you want, bro. I'm proud of you. You're doing well. People, like you. Your first live stream was dope. You're good at this. Do it. Don't worry about me. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. I don't, it's like Nick Romano. He's the perfect example. Do you realize that friendship ended primarily because I refused to try to recruit him and bring him over to this side? I told him, even though he was a friend of the show, do whatever you want and don't worry about me or anyone else. Now, unfortunately, he did whatever he wanted and it was the wrong thing. Okay, it was the wrong thing. And he wound up offending damn near everybody. Okay, but I didn't do it with him. I don't do it with anybody. I'm a leader in life. Yeah, I've always been a leader, but I'm not leading anybody here. That's why, guys, I a while back, I pretty much made it so that I was just independent. For a long time there, I wasn't friends with any content creators, and that was by design. Now I'm friends with some, but I don't lead them. People don't call me and check with me. Hey, you think Chicago don't call me and say, hey, I can't really do his. Can I do his? Hey, motherfucker. No, I can't really. Hey, FBS, you motherfucker. And he does the laugh. Do you mind if I tear MRE apart tonight? You think that happens? You think anybody checks with me to do what they want to do? Holy shit. I understand that in a way. I've always kind of been the leader here. I get that. But I'm not responsible for everything that happens to everyone. I'm not responsible for anything that happens to anyone. Even when I got jumped, it was all bullshit. It was all built on bullshit. One guy who didn't have the balls and the nerve to face me by himself needed other people to help him. So he went to a guy who has a couple of other guys, and he told that guy that I did something to someone in his family. It was proven by a judge in a court of law in Maryland that I did not do that thing. The judge ruled on it. He saw all the evidence and said, he didn't dox anyone. Mr. Lodrego didn't dox anyone. He should probably be taking you guys to court instead. Okay? So, but still, I'm blamed for things I take no part in, things I've never done. I'm blamed for every fucking thing. People just make shit up. You know how many times people have just come on here and said, FBS did this, and it's a complete and total fabricated fucking story. It's something that I never even heard about until I heard the story told. Jesus Christ almighty. What's that supposed to be, Beck Brooklyn? I've said it before, FBS is one of the best people on the planet. I wouldn't say that. I'm not. I'm not. I have a lot of flaws. I could be a better everything. Better a father, better stepfather, better son, better husband. Of course, there's always room for improvement no matter what. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that now I live the same type of life everybody else lives. The only difference between me and any of my neighbors is that I don't have to get up and go to work every day. I found a better way, an easier way to make a living. That's it. Other than that, I have the same priorities as anybody with a family. And guess what else I do? The addiction and recovery shows. You know what I mean? Everybody else is all negativity all the time. I do the addiction and recovery show. Well, a couple of guys do other things, fun shit. And, SoFlo does like Theological Thursdays. Chicago does the music shows and shit just so people can have fun, the ghost hunting shit. But everybody else on here, show me, just tell me the content creator who's done something different than drama. Just name them. I want to know who. So even that, you could see with your own eyes that I try to do a good thing even on YouTube. I use my story to try to help other people. I've taken people to fucking detox. I've given people money to help them out while they're in rehab. In some cases, I just offered to. They didn't need it. I just did that recently with somebody. Okay, I help people if they're having financial struggles, addiction or no addiction, and they need something. I got it. You know what I mean? You could ask people in this chat. I've helped them out when they were having tough times. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's who I am. I try to help everybody. And I do positive shit on here. You guys can ignore it all fucking day and try to say it's about something else. It's not. I take my time. I don't ask for a fucking dime on those shows, and I use my time to try to help people with either their active addiction or their recovery. It's what I do. So it's so funny that out of everybody on here, I'm the boogeyman, not the scumbag who hates 9/11 victims and laughs when school children get killed in school shootings and says he would send our military to die. He's not the bad guy. Not the Nazi who's been accused of molesting a child in his own family twice. Not him. Not the other, assortment of fucking people. There's so many. Scumbag, animal, low-life people. Not somebody like Nick Romano who posts nudes of people who are friendly to him. He's not the bad guy. None of these people that start shit just for their own fucking entertainment and just because they like to hurt people and do anything they can to destroy lives, they're not the bad guys. Me, of all people, I'm the bad guy. The best guy is the bad guy. What? Only on MobTube. Let me see. I'm not sure what this was for, Frank. You can always go to the gay chomo talk when talking about someone like Pizza does. It's what he knows best. Yeah, no shit. We're all too busy spending time with our own families to worry about your families. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, well, I'm making sure everything's taken care of in this house and everybody has everything they want. Everybody's fucking catered to because I want to make all their lives as good as possible. I feel like that's my job. While I'm doing that, I decide to go after a guy. Well, not even. I decide to pick a guy from Tony Pizza's chat and go after his family. Without ever mentioning anything about him. Guys, again, I am not a guy who hides anything. I have never in my motherfucking life, never, ever had a sock account. Not once ever. I am FBS on here. Wherever I show up, you'll see Fat Bald Sicilian or for whatever reason, maybe Recovery Tube 180. I've never had a sock account. I don't do things behind the scenes. I don't troll people on the low and try to hide it. I'm not a pussy by any stretch of the imagination. I do shit right out front in the open. I want everybody to see what I'm doing, and I want you to know it was me that did it. I take credit for everything I've ever done because I'm proud of myself for it. So if I had Joe's information and Joe was really pushing me, like every fucking day he's talking about me in Pizza's chat and all that. I don't know if it's gotten to that point yet. I don't watch Pizza's chat, but if somehow it came to my attention that he was doing that, I would find out who Joe is and I would let it be known on here while Joe is watching who he is, and what he's up to, what his life is about, where he works. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Everything. That's what I would do. I'm not going to sit around and go through the list of possible relatives and associates that I find on a background check or something and just pick a name out of a fucking hat and prank call that person. Dickhead, either your cousin isn't getting pranked at all or he's just getting pranked the way some people just get pranked. Years ago, there was a fucking a Mexican guy. Oh, yeah. Well, in the beginning of MobTube, before I started my channel, I was Christopher Moltisanti. Tony Ducks remembers. Yes, you are right about that. There was a Mexican guy who thought that my mother was somebody else. Maybe my mom's number was somebody else's number before that. I don't know. But he just thought it was some woman. Whatever woman he thought it was, whatever woman he thought he was calling, he thought that was my mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying it right. He thought he was calling some woman maybe from his past, but my mom had the fucking phone number and it was my mom he was getting a hold of. And he's calling her every fucking night and he's speaking in Spanish. Now, I'm going to tell you how I even found out he was Mexican. I didn't even know. It was just a guy speaking in Spanish. She was telling me about this shit. She'd call me. This guy is calling. He'd call her multiple times a night. This went on for a while. So one time I was at work at the factory, the cookie place, okay? And my mom called me and said, this guy just called and, he's screaming and all this shit. She was damn near in tears. I said, okay, give me this motherfucker's phone number, okay? And I had my friend Carlos, who was outside smoking a cigarette with me, Puerto Rican cat. I had him call the guy to speak to him in Spanish. And he explained to the guy that this is the wrong woman. You're terrorizing what was at the time still basically an old lady. Okay. And he was making a mistake. Basically it was the wrong person. And he told me that I guess by the guy's dialect or whatever, he could tell the guy was Mexican. That's how I found that out. Okay. And the guy never called my mom again. Now, was he calling her because of some fucking nefarious plan he had? Or was he calling her because he just had the wrong fucking number? Yeah, sometimes things are just what they are. There's no conspiracy behind it. There's no hidden plan or no malicious intent behind it. It's just you got the wrong fucking number. You know what I mean? Or maybe your cousin has somebody who don't like him. Maybe an ex-girlfriend. I don't give a fuck, to be honest, about you or your cousin. But I ain't calling him dipshit. I don't even give a fuck enough about you yet to really, really research you. What the fuck would I care about your fucking cousin? And by the way, let me make this perfectly clear. In order for me to do anything to anybody's family member, even so much as a prank call, you'd have to do something to my family member, one of my family members. Do you understand that? Like, if Joe is fucking with me, I'm going to go after Joe. I'm not going after anybody in Joe's family. Now, if Joe starts talking about my wife, then I'm going to research Joe. I'm going to find out if he's married. Then I'm going to go after his wife. If he's not married, then I'm going to go after his mother. Okay, if his mother is dead or some shit like that, I'll go after another woman in his family. Eye for a fucking eye. Very, very simple. You know what I mean? I don't. People on here, people like Nick Romano, they go so far over the top. You know what I mean? Something this big happens, like I'll do something this big to him, and he'll come back with something this fucking big because he's an emotional little bitch. You know, the way I've always worked is an eye for an eye. I will never do more to you than you did to me unless you've given me no choice. Unless you've gone out of your way for so long to try to make my life fucking miserable that now I have to make you pay for it well into the future. That's just how I do things. Oh my God. Jesse's birthday is tomorrow. I'm not sure if it was you, Jesse, but somebody requested that when it's their birthday, I play a different type of birthday song instead of that crazy rock one. So let's try this. Okay, this is just a video with no sound. It just says happy birthday, Jesse. Let's try this. Oh, that's why my Bluetooth. I have my Bluetooth on. Let's try this.
Enjoy the day and make the most of it. Hey, Jesse. Today is your birthday. Enjoy the day and make the most of it.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday.
The only problem is it's not today, it's tomorrow. But Jesse, I'm doing my best for you.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today.
That one sucked. There you go. Nice traditional birthday song.
Happy birthday, Jesse. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Jesse.
Should I fast forward? Beck, you're talking about either NYC Crime Spot or Mooney Dash Cam. That's not Wise Guy. Different guy.
Happy birthday, Jesse. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Jesse.
There you go. Happy birthday, Jesse. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. And one today, just for the fuck of it. We love you, Jesse. Ducks, maybe 6 or 7, gas pipe. I don't remember what we were talking about. My bad. Nobody can control CM or SoFlo. Of course not. Look, Chicago said he's a wild man. He certainly is. Thank you, War. You're the man, bro. I try to be the best person I could be to make up for, at times in my life, being the worst person I could be, you know? Dave, I know, bro. Trust me. It's pouring like a motherfucker outside. I never forget that I'm the bad guy. Jordan, what's up, bro? I got my stepson a pair of your sneakers last night. They're on their way. Frank Gerard Fratello Productions Pizza said I platform underage girls on my channel. He must have watched my son's football game. 2 young girls in the stands with football jerseys on, LMFAO. That guy is seriously mental. Holy shit. Wow. Well, he's got the mind of a pedophile. Like, I'll give you an example. I saw something last night. It was like kids ballroom dancing. It was on TikTok or something. And for whatever reason, I don't remember, but I looked at the comments. And somebody in there, everybody else was like, wow, these kids are talented. This is amazing. These fucking, they were great. I think they were Russian or some shit. And somebody in the comments was like, if you don't think this is sexualizing children, you're crazy. Now, let me tell you something. There was nothing in this video that was sexualizing children. Nothing. I mean, they were dressed like ballroom dancers dress, I guess, but they're fucking kids. I mean, unless you got a sick mind, you're not going to look at them and think anything like that. You know, but this guy obviously has that type of mind. You know what I mean? Like, this is not like when that guy, the frog, had the Little Rascals on and was talking to, you know, having them talk like, you know, remember the one little boy asked the other little boy, do you suck cock? And all? That's fucking weird. Okay, that's fucking virgin on pedo shit. To even use kids, you know, to do that, to use those words with kids. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? To create the scenario where these little boys are, you know, very strange. That's odd behavior. But this video was nothing. It was just a girl and a boy dancing. They were probably like 10, 11 years old. And this fucking guy was just going off about this shit. And it was like, bro, that's in your head. Like, when you look at this, you're seeing something sexual about these children. Nobody else is. So I think if anybody here is a guilty party, it would be you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes, you know, any videos of any kids dangerous, is there's some sick fuck out there who will look at them and use them for whatever disgusting purposes they need to use them for. You know, it's I never went, you know, I never like putting my daughter on social media or any of that, you know, at any point in her life, because there's too many creeps out there. And Pizza's one of them, you know. He sees 2 young girls on a video at a football game, and somehow he thinks something weird, something sexual is going on. You know, that's his mind. But Frank Gerard Fratello is a better fucking man than Tony Pizza and everybody in his fucking chat combined. Okay, Frank Gerard Fratello is everything those scumbags aren't. I bet you there isn't a good father in that whole fucking chat. Guarantee it. And Primo, let me tell you something, scumbag. If you keep talking shit, I'm really going to go in on you like I told you I was. I'm telling you. Yesterday, I was like, okay, he said in the comments that I had nothing to do with it, but I want you to make that statement. If you don't make that statement and you keep talking shit about me, I'm going to have to come back at you. I'm going to have to. And it's, you know, the way I come at people. So don't give me that, oh my God, how could FBS do this? It's like, if you fuck with SoFlo, you know what's coming, right? You know how bad it's going to be. So don't fuck with them. Same thing with me. You fuck with me, I'm not just going to sit here and take some jabs at you. I'm going to go fucking ballistic at some point, and you're going to wish you never fucked with me. Because verbally, I'm a monster. You know what I mean? But you should be fucking ashamed of yourself, Primo, because I looked at all your social media. Okay, and you do have a family. You have grandchildren and every fucking thing else. How the fuck do you pick up one of your grandchildren, okay, knowing that you were just in the chat of a person who's saying these things about 9/11 and our military and school children? And how do you pick up a grandchild who's one day going to go to school after listening to Tony Pizza say he doesn't give a fuck when school children die in school shootings? How do you do that? How do you separate the two? How do you? What happens if one of your grandkids one day sees Tony Pizza on YouTube and sees that grandpa was one of this guy's supporters? How are you going to explain that to them? I want to know. The racism and the homophobia and all the miserable shit that comes out of that fucking animal's mouth. If you are a supporter of his, you are complicit in everything he does. You are an enabler, and you are to blame as well. So if you support a guy who does those things, you yourself have to have those same, like, for example, MRE. If you support MRE, you are a racist, period. You can't support a neo-Nazi and not be. Anybody who's not racist will not be a neo-Nazi and will have nothing to do with any. Same thing with Tony Pizza. The way he feels about our military, the way he feels about 9/11 victims, the way he feels about school children and gay people and black people and Muslims and Mexicans and everything else, if you support him, you feel the same way. Because if you didn't, you couldn't support him. You just couldn't. You just couldn't. So, bro, I don't even really have to do anything to you as of right now. You are destroying yourself and your own reputation. Because if you keep fucking with people, eventually, you're going to be tied to this guy for life with your name and titles and every fucking thing else. And anytime somebody Google searches you, look what they're going to find. Or people in your family. It's a big fucking mistake you're making supporting that guy. But listen, I don't give a fuck about you. So, whether it hurts you or not, it's not my business. I'm just trying to do what I do. I'm a very nice guy who likes to help people. And I'm telling you the damage you're doing to yourself. When I look at your fucking pictures on Facebook of you and your family, I say, how can a guy like this support a guy like that? See, the average person would look at Primo's social media and say, look what a good guy he is. Look what a family man he is. But then when you know who he supports, when you find out this information, you realize, I don't give a fuck how good of a man he looks like on social media. He's a fucking piece of shit, just like the person he fucking supports. And you are, Primo. You are a fucking piece of shit. Let me make that clear. And so are you, Joe DeVito, and anyone else who supports that cocksucker. Okay? Period. That's all there is to it. Let me see what's going on. He can't, Eganey. Did I put that one up? I once got a text from a guy with a D pic. He's like, aren't you Sarah? I was like, sorry, dude. She gave you a fake number and it was mine. He started saying, why would she do that? We had a great convo. Stupid me had a damn convo because I'm everyone's therapist. Apparently, LOL. I can't block people unless they are evil. What the fuck? That's funny as shit. It was Prabha, Prince Abdullah in South Africa. Who called him, and he's so obsessed with FBS that he had to blame it on him. Yeah, that's your fucking problem. That's another thing, Joe DeVito. You guys listen to Tony Pizza because he talks about me. That's what you guys have such a deep-seated hatred for me. Okay, for whatever fucking reason, even though we don't know each other and I never did anything to you, that you'll listen to that animal just because he talks about me. Same as you, Primo cocksucker. You fucking hate me for whatever reason. Okay, so that's why you support Tony Pizza. I don't think you'd support him otherwise. I think if Pizza stopped talking about me tomorrow and said FBS is a great guy, I think Primo would be gone in an instant. Guarantee he would. I know he would. Okay, you animals listen to him just to hear him talk about me because you're obsessed with me. Just like Primo's been talking about me for 3 fucking years, and we have no attachment to each other whatsoever. And I might mention his name a couple of times a year. And that's only when I explain that this piece of shit accused me of something I didn't do. You guys have me on the brain all day, every day. Anything happens, it's me. It's just like politics now. If you hate Biden, everything bad that happens is Biden's fault. If you hate Trump, everything bad that happens is Trump's fault. That's the way. This is the politics of fucking MobTube. You hate my fucking guts. So anything that doesn't go your way or anything that bothers you or anything that happens to you or your scumbag leader, content creator, dickhead, Tony fucking Pizza, if you even, I guess we can go as far as to call him a content creator. People watch his shit. You know how I feel about that. It's as bad as it sucks to give him that title. I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. But you have me on the brain the same way he does. You know, oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, if anything happens to him or any of you, if anything, even some shit that could just be like something that happens in life, like people get prank phone calls. It's my fault because you think about me 24 hours a day. You hang on every word this homeless scumbag says as long as it's about me. So I'm on your mind, just like my haters, just like people like Redzilla. The motherfucker sits around all day, every day, just makes videos about me. That cunt NB, same fucking thing. People like that. I'm on your mind. I have to be, or you wouldn't be making clip videos and everything else about me all day long. I mean, you don't do that with people that aren't on your mind. I'll give you an example. I want to do a politics show today or tomorrow. So there's all these clips from the news and everything else that I needed to, edit and stuff, and not edit as far as, chop it up, but I mean like crop and then resize and all this shit, upload to my StreamYard. So when I do it, I have all this stuff. Now, you know how I feel about politics. I'm, very much into politics. I know a lot about shit, and, I feel strongly about it. Anybody who's heard me speak about politics knows that. And even me, it took me like a week and a half to finally get to the point last night where I took the time out of my night to fucking, edit these videos and stuff and upload them to my StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? My point in saying that is, even as much as I hate Trump, I don't have him on my mind 24 hours a day, to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I got to do a show about him immediately. It's got to be today. I can't even wait till tomorrow. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Just like these clip channel assholes who put up clip videos of me in real time while I'm still doing my live stream. They're taking bits and pieces of it and posting it. That's sick. You guys are fucking sick. You're all twisted. Let me see something. I did my best, though, Jesse. You didn't want the rock one, did you? You want the rock one? I'll give you the rock song right fucking now. I ain't scared. Leroy Belichow Brown said, donate to FBS. This is entertainment. Stop being freeloaders, baby. Good advice. It'd be nice if people donate, but like I said, if they can't today, they can't. I only respond. That's it. I like how you go from one person to another. Hilarious. Good job. Well, thank you, Mike Lay. I am an artiste. What's this, War? What do you mean? Time is it? Let me see. Hold on, guys. I just got to do it. Everybody sing along.
It's your birthday today.
Jesse!
It's your birthday today. Jesse! Rock, roll, and celebrate. Lose control and you cut the cake. Tonight is yours. Destiny awaits. So share toast with your closest mates. It's your birthday today. Jesse! It's your birthday today. Jesse! Grab your goodie bags. Open your gifts. Blow out your candles. Jesse!
There you go, Jesse. Happy birthday again. Oh, really? Nice. Jersey Rye. Let's see what this idiot says. You guys made threats to go after MRE's family. Now your Undertaker buddy is going to come under fire, and on goes this thing of ours. I don't know who that is. My Undertaker buddy. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But I'll tell you this. It's not threats to go after MRE's family. It's very simple. Okay. An eye for an eye. See, I'm not sure exactly who Redzilla is yet, but he's with MRE. So therefore, MRE condones him going after my family. So if Redzilla goes after my family, I'm going to go after MRE. That's just the way it works. And MRE would do the same thing. Just the way it works. Now, as far as somebody from over here being under fire, Jersey Rye, don't fucking threaten me, bro. Because there's a ton of those motherfuckers. I don't know if you're one of them. or you're just somebody in the chat. But when it comes to that side, the scumbag so-called anti-rat side that's full of rats, oh my God, the list goes on and on, bro. You know what I mean? The list goes on and on. There's so many fucking people we can go after out of revenge for you going after somebody over here. And we'll do it better. We'll do it better. You know what I mean? That's just all there is to it. So, as you said, on goes this thing of ours. It's just the way it works. Vicious cycle. The weird guy with the videos and the live. Capello or whatever his name. You think you're going to go after Chris Capello? Oh my God. You have no idea what you're in for. But I'll tell you what, since you're saying these things, tell us your name. How about that? Be a man. Or even better, here you go, Jersey Rye. I'm going to drop the link. You could tell me about how we have no awareness. Go ahead. Again, you wouldn't just be some pussy who just talks shit in the chat and then doesn't grab the link when I drop it, right? I mean, you seem to feel really really strongly about this. The money he donated buys him no protection. Chris Capello is my friend. And he's SoFlo's friend, and I'm sure he's Chicago's friend. Forget about the money. And even if I can't speak for anybody else, he's my friend. I don't give a fuck if he ever gives me a dime again or if he ever gave me a dime in the past. Anybody goes after Capello, I'm going to come after somebody who's close to whoever's doing that, or that person themselves. It's very easy, you know. This thing has been happening for a few years now. You know, I would think you understand how it works at this point. I would think. Look at this fucking asshole says, look at one of his comments, the weird guy with the videos and live. I don't even think he's sure who he's talking about. I don't even think he's sure. But Jersey Rye, grab the link. Look, I'll drop it again. It's so simple, bro. All you do is click on it. It'll take you to a screen. You know, it'll ask if your camera's working, your mic's working. It'll say enter studio. You enter the studio. I'll see you down here. And then I'll bring you up on the screen. And you could tell me all about how we have no awareness and what you're going to do to Chris Capello and the rest of us. You know, and I'm just cleaning my phone right now, guys. Some asshole take a video, be like, oh, he's jerking off. NB actually did that once. I was cleaning my glasses. Okay, this is what liars they are. I'm cleaning my glasses and I'm going like this or something. Maybe it was my phone. I think it was my glasses. Maybe I was going like this. She posted a video and I go in the comments and they're like, oh my God, he's so disgusting and this and that. Now, do you think any of these people don't know that I was actually just cleaning my glasses? Of course they do. But they just want to say things. So they just go along with it. You know what I mean? Frank Gerard is who I meant. Oh, Frank Gerard Fratello is a very good friend as well. Why don't you tell us who's going to do this, Jersey Rice, since you're too much of a fucking pussy to grab the link? I think he was originally talking about Frank. So you're not even sure. You're not sure if his name is Frank or Capello, but yet you have these plans to go after him? Okay. Oh my God! Look at Primo. You won't stop, will you, dickhead? Nothing to hide. Tony LaBeats. Yeah, fucking asshole. The sad thing is, I think I gave more money to Piggy than I have to you so far. Def bad judgment on my part. Let me tell you something, Primo. We might have been on good terms for somewhere around 2 or 3 months, and that we didn't even know each other. You have donated to me in the entire 3 years of MobTube probably $20. Tops $20. So if you gave Tony Pizza less than that, you ain't giving him much. That's going to be his new lie. He donated money to, and call me Piggy, Primo, you fat fucking scumbag. You guys want to see Primo? He calls me Piggy. Let me show you a fucking pig. You want to see a pig? Watch this. There's a guy calling me a pig right now, guys. The funniest part, Primo, is that you actually look like a pig, you fat piece of shit. Piggy. Okay. Keep name calling, dickhead. What is it? JPC Investments that you either are the manager of, or at one time you were. JPC Investments. It's a business you're still tied to. Okay, good. I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know. I wonder what they would think about your fucking support of Tony Pizza. I wonder how that would look in a review or something. You know what I mean? I wonder. I have this feeling we're going to find out. Grab the link. You got a problem with me, Chris? I'll talk to him. Yeah. Grab the link, dickhead Jersey Rye. I mean, what are you? You wouldn't be just a coward, right? Who comes in here like everybody else, talks their shit, and then runs away. You wouldn't be like that, would you? Come on, man. Grab the link, bro. Oh, and look, just in case, just so you guys know, you know me, you know what I do. I don't make claims without backing them up. Why do I have my timer on? I don't know. Look at my face in this picture. Look, nobody down there, just me. Just me, little old piggy. The guy who fucking is half the size of the guys that actually call me piggy. Yeah. The guys who, you know, are literally, their nicknames in high school was pussy repellent. You know what I mean? Pussy repellent. Nobody. Not a chick in the world would touch an animal like fucking MRE or this fat piece of shit Primo. He's an old man. I'll take his money. Yeah, why not? Everybody else does. Let me see what we got in here. Oh, of course. I think he's referring to you as Colacone, you stupid motherfucker. Frank is absolutely a stand-up guy. Who said I have a problem? You guys must have failed at reading comprehension. No, you failed at punctuation, you stupid motherfucker. That's what happened. You failed at punctuation completely. You didn't get that part. You know what I mean? In school. Come on, guy, bro. Since we can't read, according to you, grab the fucking link, you clown. Grab the link. Comprehension. You didn't even know who the heck you were talking about, moron. Yeah, he didn't. He thought it was Chris Capello, stupid ass. He said he has no problem now. Yeah, of course. No, but he's just saying that because he don't want to grab the link. Of course, he's saying that you're going to be attacked. You know what I mean? Why would he name you specifically, Frank, if he has no problem with you? If those guys over there, MRE and them, were going to attack somebody, you know what I mean? It could be anybody, right? If they were just going to attack somebody from this side, but this guy's naming you specifically. Mistaking a name isn't a representation of intelligence. However, saying I have a problem with him or anything like that when I said nothing of the sort shows the intelligence of this chat and the host. Yet you won't grab the link. And again, you failed to use basic punctuation because you're a fucking moron who could barely read or write. And yes, it's a representation of intelligence, you jackass. When you come in here and claim, you make a threat, because that was a threat. You could say it's not a threat. That doesn't change the fact that it is. That somebody here is going to be attacked, and you're so misinformed that you actually got the person wrong. Instead of Frank, you thought it was Chris Capello, two totally different people. That's not a representation of intelligence, or in your case, underintelligence. Low intelligence, low IQ. What do you mean? If I go into somebody's chat, I'm going to make a threat. I'm not going to say, oh, bro, I'm going to go after Damian Argenti so fucking hard tonight, and then come back in the chat and be like, oh, man, my bad. It wasn't Damian I'm going to go after. I'm going to go after Angel. That would make me sound like a fucking moron who doesn't know what I'm talking about, right? Of course. But you're so smart. You're so much smarter than me. You won't grab the link. Do you realize when I grab the link and you don't, or I'm sorry, when I drop the link and you don't grab it, that makes you look not only like you can't hang with me in any type of debate or argument or anything like that, but also that you're scared to death of me, right? Because if you weren't scared to death of me, why wouldn't you fucking come on here? Because you know verbally what I'll do to you. So you're playing it safe. I don't even blame you. If I was you, I wouldn't want to fuck with me either. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. Anyway, Frank, don't even sweat it, bro. Don't even sweat it. If anybody attacks you, bro, they will be sorry. I promise you that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for everything. I love you all. Let me just make sure. Okay. And until next time, salute.